So my name's Emma Croft. I actually run a lottery funded project called Food Rescue. And I'm not talking about that in its entirety today, because part of that covers community fridges and gleaning, which is obviously being covered otherwise. So I'm generally talking about some community and individual responses to reduce food waste. And so I'm based in the waste management team at Devon County Council. That's also the home for the Recycle Devon communications campaign. And I should say as well, I live in the South Hams and I'm a founding member and trustee of Sustainable Harborne Valley. So yeah, community action is very much what I'm about. And I've worked on community action and waste prevention for over a decade, and most of that on food waste. So just to take a look at the food waste hierarchy, I think it's quite good to point out that when we're talking about food waste prevention, what we're actually talking about is food, how best to manage our food, make the most of the food we have, the food that we're growing, we're producing, we're purchasing, so that it gets eaten and it doesn't go to waste. So that's the top green the top two green slices of the hierarchy. So while my work links to food waste recycling, composting, bins, that's not really what my work's about. So yeah, as I say, it's about how to make the most of the food we have so it gets eaten. So yeah, my talk today is a little bit of a pick and mix. I'm mainly talking about two apps that can be used at an individual level to reduce food waste locally. And I'm also signposting a few items that might be of interest. So this is our Recycle Devon website. There are 14 projects across Devon that we know of that are community fridges or larders. So projects with an aim of reducing food waste alongside other aims. And those have all popped up. Those have all been set up in the last 3 years. And as far as I'm aware, there isn't a project like this in the South Hams, although I know Food and Community have run pop-up larders before. So, and Inga mentioned Hubbub. Their co-op backed funding is currently, the funding option is, well, the funding is, the grant is closed at the moment, but they're taking expressions of interest for when it reopens in the summer. So if you go to their website, and essentially they want you to email them to express your interest. And yeah, come back to me if you want any more information about that as well. So the first app I'm going to talk about is called Olio, and this is essentially like a free cycle for food. So it's a free food sharing app, and yeah, it's lots of fun. Just a little illustration of how it works.
That's brilliant.
Okay, so yeah, these are screenshots from Olio in Devon. So on the left are some items being offered that essentially you just click into the item, make a request of the person giving it away, and it's usually first comes, first served, and then you arrange to go and pick that item up from their house. It's completely free, like FreeCycle, like Freegal. On the right, I did this screenshot yesterday, and it may or may not be clear, but there's not a lot on offer in our predominantly rural district. There's a concentration of users in the built up areas, in urban areas, but I definitely think there's potential for using this across towns and villages. So FreeCycle became, or Freegal became popular, and I think Olio has that potential as well. Okay, so oh yeah, and So Only have a number of volunteer opportunities, and so they make it easy to have their app for people to promote their app. So you can sign up as a community hero. They send you a pack of beautiful posters and leaflets, and you can essentially, distribute them around your, village and town community to get more people on the app. Because obviously, the more users there are, the more that's on offer, and the better the app is. Okay, right. The next app is called Too Good to Go. And this is for businesses to sell discounted ready-to-eat meals at the end of the day. So that's a saving to you, a saving to the business, and it means the food doesn't go to waste. And again, these are screenshots from the app. It's a mixture of businesses, some chains, some local independents. So there's 5. There's 1.5 kilos of organic pasta available in Buckfastleigh at a third of the price today, if you're interested. So you click through the app, you pay through the app, and then the business knows that you're coming, and you pick up within their allotted time frame. And again, I think so. This is sort of for individuals, but I think there's potential for communities to sign up their local businesses. So it's easy for businesses to sign up. The website's set up for businesses to easily. And I do have some cards as well that you could pass, have a chat with your local businesses. And then I've got some cards you could leave them with to signpost so they don't forget about it. And that seems to be growing as well. So there's more businesses coming on board all the time. Okay. So last 2 slides. So next week, it happens to be National Food Waste Action Week. This is primarily a citizen-facing campaign run by Love Food, Hate Waste. And yes, essentially it'll be sort of online and across national, should be across national media as well. Recycle Devon we'll be posting on our social media, and actually Recycle Devon are just about to kick off a month-long food waste prevention campaign, which will look at the cost savings to households from reducing food waste. But yeah, the theme of the National Food Waste Action Week is wasting food feeds climate change, because not everybody makes that connection. Okay, and then last but not least, so actually the waste team at Devon Council Fund, CAG Devon, which stands for Community Action Groups Devon, they focus their work in Teignbridge and Mid Devon at the moment. But so CAG Devon, in conjunction with Teignbridge CVS, are putting on this wonderful looking event at the end of the month. You're welcome to attend. It's in person. I know Food and Community are going to be there offering, I think, talking and offering lunch as well. It's free to attend, although there's a suggested donation for lunch. And obviously it's only in Newton Abbot, so not too far away for some of us. Okay, that's me for now.
Well done. Yeah, that's great. And I mean, is there any way of knowing how many people in South Hams are already using the apps?
Okay, so it's a good question. I have numbers for TQ9. So my plan is, it's pretty well used in Exeter. So part of my work will be promoting it in the TQ9 area, because we're trying to see is if we do some focused promotion online and offline, so posters and flyers, whether we can increase, the amount of people using it. So I can do a TQ9 comparison, and then we may move on to other areas beyond that.
Yeah, really, really useful information. Thank you. Thank you, Emma, and for keeping to 10 minutes. The alarm hasn't even gone off yet.
No problem.
So that's brilliant. And so we've already mentioned Food and Community, a couple of the speakers. So